Hey there, friends. Pastor Todd here with the Church Playbook, and I want to take a moment and walk you through how to set up your own front office account. And, for those of you that have been around for a while, you know that this started with a book, the Church Playbook, and then the sequel, Jumpstart Your Church, and then 10-Day Reset. And now that's all bundled into one book. And then, of course, it evolved into the Church Playbook Academy, which was a Netflix type of site that had a bunch of church growth resources. And now we're taking everything we've ever created and we are in the process of combining all of that with a church management system that is built by a pastor, not some software engineer with no ministry experience. And it's easy to use. It's built specifically for the busy, maybe even bivocational pastor. And so here is the site. As soon as you get your uh, your free books from the Church Playbook, you get a 15-day trial to the front office and test drive it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a test account right now and show you just how to get yours set up. So we're going to come over here and click Create Church Account, and then we're going to call this City Church Test Account, and then I'm going to use a test email, and then I'm going to say your primary administrator, this email ought to be just whatever your main church email is. And again, for the sake of this video, I'm just going to use a test. But this church reply to email is very, very important that you get it right. This is the email address that when people reply, that it goes to. And so, at least in my case, and probably in yours too, whomever the primary administrator email in the church reply to email, probably the same. Okay. And then we'll use that. Okay. Now, the reason why this reply to email is important is because all of the emails that get sent out from this platform get sent from hello at frontoffice.church. and and that's so that you don't have to figure out how to sync up your email. We've done it for you, but you want to make sure the reply to email is what comes back to you. And I'll show that um, in real time here in just a second. Now, when you sign up, you're going to get this, authorization email. It's going to come, it's going to come to you. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my Gmail account here, and it's going to come from Supabase, which is the backend code for front office. So, it's going to confirm your sign up. So confirm your mail, and we'll do that. Okay, now, once you've done that, from here, click on login, go ahead and put in your email and password, and it's going to say, hey, we need to complete your setup, which, and I'm not a coder, but I feel like this is a little bit redundant, okay? And, you know, what's your church name? Okay, we're going to make sure we got that right. Again, make sure the reply to email is correct. And then we hit complete setup, okay? And then we've already done setup church, so just hit retry loading, and it brings you to your front office dashboard. We got people, follow-up, worship planning, volunteer scheduling, donation management, and you'll find that those links are also on the left pane. Now, you can use your phone for front office. I've found it easier to set up on my computer, and then I can use it for my phone as needed. There are two things I want to point out to you. One is this Church Playbook resources. Of course, you have to have an account with Church Playbook to get access to front office. And then you can log into the membership site from here. 90 days from now, we're going to roll out version 2, and we're going to take everything that was from this site and we're going to actually put it here on the page so you don't have to go to two places. And then the other fun thing, we created our own custom GPT called your AI Church Growth Coach. It's literally trained on every word of the Church Playbook. And you can ask it whatever you want. It'll help you plan a sermon series, an event, whatever. Okay. So that's all fun and good. Now, when you set up your account, the first thing that you got to do is go to church settings. And this is where you want to upload your logo. You want to make sure that your church name, and I'll just take off test account here. And then the reply to email, again, this is my test email, but you want to make sure that's good. And then we're going to go ahead and, oops, no, there we go. Let's go 605 Apple Street, Joshua, and that changed my reply to email. And then you want to put in the lead pastor's name. And then you save your account. Okay. You can come over here. Now, again, I wanted this to work out of the box. And so right now, all of the automated follow-up is going to be done by email. 90 days from now, we're gonna add in the text feature. It's already built into the back end for the platform account. That's why this is here. Okay, so you could. I'm just curious. I mean, I don't think this is gonna work, but yeah. So okay, so it's not set up for the tenant accounts yet. But you could come over to email and then type in any email, and it should. Well, we should. Okay, there we go. Test email sent successfully. So once you get your church setups or your church settings set up, then we're going to come to people. Okay. Now there's two ways to add people. One, you can add them one at a time. And again, I mean, you can just go through your phone, copy paste information over, or you can actually import a, oh man, I thought I had like a dummy CSV file. Oh, well, I'm not going to import people into this right now. You'll see why in a second. So I'll just go ahead and add in myself, and we'll do that. And then, here's the fun thing. We added this people status. Not all church members are the same, right? You got some people that go twice a year, 2 times a month. Um, crowd are people that attend your church, but they don't really contribute to your church. Congregation are your actual members. They're, somewhat involved. Committed, those are people that employ spiritual disciplines. They tithe, they pray. And then your core, those are the people that they're not just serving in ministry, they're leading in ministry. And so we'll make TJ core. And then, of course, you can put any notes in here that you want. And so now we've got a people. We've got a person in our people management section. And then now we click over to follow up. And this will not appear until you have someone in the system. But there is an automated 4-week follow up system. And if you click process now, okay, it'll move them over to the next week. And then every 8 days, it'll send them a new message for 4 weeks. And you can actually see this is what the messages are. Okay. Now, these are the messages I've used since I started my last church. So, 15 years ago. You can come in here and make whatever edits you want. And if you don't like it, you can just click reset to default message. Okay. And then I'll actually, let me show you here real quick. There we go. Let me stop share. Let me share. Okay, and then this is the welcome message that would go out, say, like on a Monday. TJ, Pastor Todd from City Church, want to say thanks for joining us and hope to see you again soon. Now, if you click on this, you'll see that City Church, the message came from hello at frontoffice.church. Okay, but the reply to email is going to come back to me as the pastor. Okay, this is my test account, so we're not going to worry about that. Okay, let me go back to, here we go. Okay, worship planning. This is honestly, I love this one. It's so easy to create a service. Faith Builders Part 1, which is what we're going to start this week at my church. You just select the date, you put in your service time. You can put any notes in there that you want. And then we start adding elements. So we're going to do a song. And I think yesterday we did Everlasting God. And then here you could actually upload MP3s, chord charts, whatever you want. Okay. And then add the element. And then we're going to come over and do welcome, announcements, and prayer. And that would be with Pastor Nick. And again, if there were something specific that you needed, you could attach a file there. Okay, we'll come back. We'll do that. And then I think we did King of My Heart. And then we did Great Are You, Lord. Then Pastor Nick. Actually, it would be Faith Builders Part 1, God's fitness plan for our life, or something like that. And then we'll end with communion. Communion, and then King of My Heart reprise. And then closing and dismissal. So bam, there is the service for you. You can click this There's a little bug I got to fix. Well, that works. All right. So I gotta, what? Why won't that copy? Huh. Um, okay, good deal. So Faith Builder Part 1, 52-minute service. We start at 11. This is, you know, our flow. And then you turn this public sharing on, and then you can send that link to the people that are involved in the service. And if there were any downloads, they could actually download them right here. So you can send this to your vocalist, your band. Hey, this is what we're doing on Sunday. And then you can click download all of those attachments. Okay. So then we'll go back to services. I prefer, instead of clicking on a new service, I prefer just to duplicate one, come up here and edit details. That would be June 8th. And again, 11 a.m. And then you can come in and rearrange the order of things. We're going to open up with announcements. We're going to go do 3 songs. Just, click on this, and then we'll just go trials and temptations, whatever that's going to be called. And then again, click on the link, open that up, and then we'll have a new service. Okay. All right. Once we get a couple of services in the hopper, then we come over to volunteer scheduling, and we need to create some teams. So we will do the worship team, and then we'll say tech team, and then we'll do children's ministry. That's good enough for now. And I mean, honestly, none of this is going to, I'm just showing you enough so that you can set this up for yourself. So once you create your teams, then you got to come over and add roles. Okay. And you can see in children's ministry, I don't have any roles. Neither tech team, worship team, I've got one role here. And then what you do is you click on manage members. And then here's the great thing. It pulls up your database, and then you select whatever person is on your team for these different roles. And then we come back over to schedule. We'll go to Faith Builders Part 1. And then down here at the bottom right, volunteer schedule. Assign our worship leader, assign volunteer. And then we click volunteer notification sent successfully. And then I'll just come over here and actually here, let me just show you what it will look like when I click I can serve, and then bam, thank you for serving TJ Tolson. Because of volunteers like you, people are going to find and follow Jesus this weekend. Here's your assignment on your role on the team, and bam, there you go. Okay. All right. Now this last part here is donation management, and we work exclusively with Stripe, and all you got to do is connect with Stripe. Now, whether or not you have a Stripe account already, go ahead and just click on create a new Stripe. It will connect to your current Stripe account. Get started. And so I'm actually going to just put in my church's Stripe account. And then, of course, if you didn't have one, then you would just go through the process of starting a new one right now. And then this is our church. If you want to give back a % to show your commitment to climate change, you can do that. I'm going to click no thanks. Because churches are nonprofit entities, we are not going to opt into Stripe tax. And then you just take a second and review. This is our information. Sometimes when I get the spinning wheel of death, I'll actually just come back over and log in. And then click on Open Donation Management. And there you go. We are active. And then you can click Open Stripe in Dashboard, and it'll show you what your Stripe account looks like. Okay. And then, and of course, again, you need to go through the process of creating your Stripe account. You got to put in your banking information and all of that. You can add building funds, youth ministry funds, missions funds. You can set any of them as your default fund, but we've got general fund. And then when you look at donation settings, we want to enable donations for our church. And then I just put in my church name for page heading. Your generosity makes our ministry possible. Thank you for your generous donation. And then allow for custom amount input, enable recurring donations. show your church logo on the donation page. Click Save Settings. Here is your giving link. Just copy that. And bam, there you go. You can give one time. You can set up a monthly gift. You can select an amount. You can do a custom amount. I'm going to put in test donation, donate $1. It's going to take me over to, and I already have my card saved in there. You put in your card information. Return to donation page. And then you can you should be able to open Stripe dashboard. And there we go. We got $1. Dashboard. Okay. So we've covered people, adding people, the automated follow-up. We've looked at how to create worship services, how to share them with your team, how to create volunteer teams, add roles. We've connected our giving. And then even down here, there is still a, how to do all of these things. Okay. Well, again, once you get your free books from thechurchplaybook.com, you get a 15-day free trial to test drive this. Again, my favorite part, honestly, is the GPT coach. And then let me know if you got any questions, anything I can do for you. The end of Q3, we will have our next rollout, version 2.0 of Front Office. But I hope that is helpful, and we'll see you soon. Take care.